Doctor Who Kerblam, the 7th episode of Series 11, is written by Pete McTighe and starring Jodie Whittaker, Bradley Walsh, Mandip Gill and Tosin Cole. Feels good to deliver that retrospective, and strange to put this verse back on as I haven't worn it since Matt Smith era. So Australian director Jennifer Perrott helps to work on exterior and interior scenes as she did in the previous episode, the Tsuranga Conundrum, which I think she did a great job of it. The theme of the story deals with how the more modernised workplaces become, the less people are needed to work. It also deals with the idea of backlash with those unhappy with the status quo and could potentially resort to drastic measures to bring about the change. Pete McTighe also wrote for the shorts of the collection of box set of the classic era, which is cool. I would absolutely love it if he wrote another episode of Doctor Who. I love the opening where the Doctor finally got a new face from the Kerblam man.
Delivery fulfilled. And remember, if you want it, Kerblam it.
A call back to Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor. The TARDIS team got a letter that someone needed help, so they arrived in outer space post office in Kendoka's moon, plus 135, which looks beautiful. Kerblam men are robots who deliver packages. I really like them. I think Matthew Gravel does a great job voicing them. You get a bit of Smilers vibes from them. I also better make this video quick because now I don't feel safe in the sitting room with that guy on my fireplace. The TARDIS team goes undercover working there. They said that they're new and came from the shuttle. After the Doctor updated Judy's list, they go on a tour and got ankle monitors like us under house arrest. I like the reference of that some of the Doctor's best friends are robots, which is true as she had K9, Chameleon, Handles, etc. Julie Hesmanthal plays Judy Maddox, the head of people for the Kerblam Shipping Corporation. She gives off great performance. So after Judy left the TARDIS team for the job, the Doctor changes colour on ankle monitors so she and Ryan work at the packing line and has a talk with Kira Arlo, played by Claudia Jessie, which is very likeable. Kira works as a packing department of the Kerblam. She never once got a present apart from the one from Judy. So Slade came in looking like a strict boss. I love the way the Doctor has been a rebel and talking back to him. Java Slade is a warehouse executive and we thought they could be a villain, and I think Callum Dixon nails it. Meanwhile, Yaz works in a warehouse with Dan. Not Dan Lewis, different Dan. I really like their chemistry. A comedian, Lee Mack, plays Dan Cooper, who has a daughter who barely got to see. She gave him the necklace, which is nice. I really like this guy. So later Dan gets killed by Kerblam men, which is really sad. Yaz managed to get away. Graham works as a janitor with Charlie Duffy, played by Leo Flanagan, which I think his acting is fantastic. Obviously he has a crush on Kira, and it's a wonderful chemistry between the two. Obviously one of those characters is a suspect of the missing workers. It could have been the staff like Judy or Slade. As soon as Judy found out that there's no shuttle, she also learns about the list of missing people on Slade's list. I also like the fact that the Doctor made a reference of Agatha Christie in The Wasp. The bit where Charlie was about to do something with Kerblam man.
Reported.
Hey Charlie, don't mate. I can look at it.
Error reported. Error reported. Investigate.
That's where we start a little suspicion that he could be a suspect. So after the power cut and everyone found out that Kira is taken to dispatch, Ryan, Yaz and Charlie went down the dispatch pathways, which I love that scene. It reminds me of Toy Story 2 at the airport scene. Meanwhile, Slade held the Doctor, Judy and Graham at gunpoint. The Doctor does a Venetian accio to disarm him. They found the liquefied missing workers, which is pretty gross. Just after when Kira pops the bubble wrap, she got exploded, and what packages have one thing in common other than being carried by Kerblam men is that they have bubble wraps, which is a good trap. Charlie reveals to be a villain, and it was the system asking for help. I like the fact that the Doctor tries to talk him out of it, but he didn't care. The system was fighting him back by killing Kira. We learn that Charlie's unhappy with the only 10% of the human population getting jobs, so he made bubble wraps that can kill people, but he never thought he'd fell in love. So after Charlie activates the army of Kerblam men, the Doctor ordered all Kerblam men to explode the bubble wraps. She and Graham tried to save Charlie, but he didn't listen and he killed in the explosion. In the end, according to Judy and Slade, all the workers have been given 2-week paid leave. free return shuttle transport. All operations are suspending for a month pending review. And the Doctor and Yaz gave Dan's daughter the necklace with Yaz's request, which is nice. This is a fantastic episode. The idea of outer space Amazon is pretty cool. The writing, the direction by Jennifer Perrott, and music by Ziga Nakanola, and everything is well done. This is my favourite Series 11 episode. What did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. If you want this episode, Kerblam it. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.